Hey everybody, welcome to the Doom Planet podcast, episode 122, Electric Car Boogaloo, Lucid Automotive's Scheme. And before we talk about Lucid, the car maker, we should mention Rivian Automotive. That's another electric vehicle maker. And I also want to throw a shout out to Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla. For a while there, he was a brilliant businessman, weaseling his way into Tesla and taking it over and installing his cronies on the board. Tesla stock, since his butt buddy Trump became president, is down 40%. Rivian is interesting. The CEO actually is a brilliant person and not an idiot like Musk. R.J. Scaringe founded the company. They went public in 2021. I guess they started in 2009, so they've been going at it for a while. And Amazon owns a 20% stake, as well as Ford and Cox Automotive. Scaringe owns about 1.4% of the shares, making him a very rich man. Grew up in Florida. Again, he's not stupid like Musk. A doctorate in mechanical engineering from MIT. So we'll get to the car in a moment, but the website, always the most important part of a company, the public-facing propaganda. The Rivian... This is like all copywriting for all corporate marketing and media. It's incredibly stupid, banal generalities that mean nothing. Just corporate speak, basically, is what it is. This is where Rivian's potential lies. In creating solutions that shift consumer mindsets and inspire other companies to fundamentally change the way. Okay. As staggering as this may sound, and as complex as our objective is, we already have everything we need to create change. It starts with harnessing the very thing every human being is born with, an adventurous spirit. Okay. Coming together to do more than we can on our own. I'm sorry, Rivian dudes, that's communism. Building a collaborative culture, the complexity of our products and customer ecosystems. Rivian has signed the Climate Pledge, zero net carbon emissions by 2040, which is a long time from now. 10 years ahead of the Paris Agreement. Well, that's out the window, at least in the United States. We're building for a future that includes everyone. Okay, at this point, I want to point out that these are beautiful cars. They cost $100,000. Okay, that's not a future for everyone. Okay, our story is about people coming together with one mission to protect our planet and the cultures that inhabit it. Okay, so the little African kid who's like digging up lithium 12 hours a day, what culture is that? Through our hiring, onboarding, development, breaking up homogeneity by working with people who are different, challenges entrenched ways of thinking and encourages greater scrutiny of actions and decisions. That sounds embarrassingly close to diversity, equity, and inclusion. So, well, thanks for the bravery there, Rivian website. Yeah, we're establishing a culture that thrives on inclusion and equity. Wow. Trump must hate you. Trump loves Tesla, right? It's like, it's all computer. Okay, now this is getting ridiculous. Grassroots employee-led belonging resource groups, or BRGs, are encouraged as an effort to establish community among people who share lived experiences. These groups include our Rainbow Rivianites, Rivian Women's Network, Black at Rivian, Rivian Familia. Okay. You go to the executive staff here, these beautifully shot photos of the higher ups, including Scaringe founder and chief executive officer. They're all shot in the forest with spectacular, greenery, beautiful forest backgrounds. Every one of these pictures shows a white family with white kids, except one where it's a white guy or it's a white lady and maybe someone that's barely ethnic. So again, that's quite wonderful. Now again, compared to Musk, this guy, quite the brain trust. Affordable and sustainable transportation. Again, it's debatable whether these giant electric SUVs are, better for the environment. I guess they are in the long run. Scaringe went to RPI and MIT and has a doctorate, like we said. The R1S dual standard Rivian SUV, it's anything but standard. The range 270 miles, starts at 75,000. The R1S Tri from 105,900 has a 371 mile range. And I just kind of ignored those cars for a while, and then I looked up the price. That got me interested. If you go to Amazon, which is an owner, it's like multiple tentacles here. They're one of the largest owners of Rivian and one of the largest customers. 20,000 custom electric delivery vehicles. Amazon co-founded the Climate Pledge in 2019. I don't know if you people have been to Seattle. There is an arena where the hockey team plays in their concerts called Climate Pledge Arena. So it's not a promise. It's not a plan. It's a pledge. Like, well, we're thinking about doing this. So we're going to just say we're going to do it. Let's pledge to do it eventually. Zero carbon by 2040. I don't know how you achieve that if you're one of the biggest corporations in the world. I guess electric delivery vehicles, it's a start. It's certainly worth the good PR and propaganda they're getting out of it. Amazon began rolling out the electric vans in summer of 2022. They're in most United States cities, and they're going into Europe. Amazon vans from Rivian have delivered more than 1 billion packages to customers in the United States. There's ventilated seats for fast heating and cooling, a strengthened door on the driver's side, 24,000 chargers all across the land. All right, so now let's get to Lucid. Lucid is a smarmier, swankier version of the Rivian. It's kind of just like a Tesla ripoff, staffed by former Tesla executives. Lucid CEO Peter Rawlinson's compensation for 2022 was higher than any other car company CEO. The British-born engineer responsible for the Tesla Model S and Lucid Air took home $379,029,000 in compensation. 11 times italicized more than Mary Barra, his counterpart at General Motors, who received $34 million. And that seems excessive. So that comes from stock awards. Ford CEO in 2022 made $18 million. Elon Musk earned nothing from Tesla in 2022 after receiving $23.5 billion in stock options the year before. Now, I'm not sure the details there. Is it an option to buy at a certain price, or is it just a gift of the stock? And of course, Elon went on to criticize this Lucid CEO. So Pete Rawlinson bailed from Tesla. I guess that was a good move. The important thing is that Lucid is backed by Saudi Arabia. By the way, their stock hit a plateau a while back, and now it's in the gutter. In fact, let's look it up. Lucid stock trading $2.42 a share. It's down 20% this year. Down 76.39% in the past 5 years. It was once trading at $55 a share. Rivian Automotive, $12.35 a share. This year it's down 7%. And up 15% for the year. Down 88.43% in the past 5 years. So not doing great. Tesla trading at $287 per share. It's down 38% in the past 3 months and down 26% in the past year. However, it's up 22,555% since the IPO. So not bad. And it's ridiculously overvalued stock. The price to earning ratio, 136.58. That is insane. It's almost $1 trillion company even after this crash of the stock because of Elon's unbelievable juvenile stupidity. And what does a CEO do to earn all that money anyway? Like, how much time does Elon spend being CEO of this almost $1 trillion company? It's mind-boggling. So back to Lucid, backed by the House of Saud, or one of their investment funds. And if there's an evil group of people in this world, less evil than Zionists in Israel, but it would be the Saudis, the Saudi royal family. So Lucid, backed by evil. That could be their new TV commercial. If they can afford to have TV commercials, I don't think they can, because the stock has plummeted. And let's see, their new CEO, Mark Winterhoff, will have the task of more than doubling output to 20,000 vehicles from last year's 9,000. Wait a minute, they only produce 9,000 vehicles and it's this billion-dollar company? Oh, dear Lord. Mid-size platform scheduled for 2026 may occur later than expected or not at all. So the loss of the CEO is very consequential. Bank of America downgraded the stock. Price target is $1 a share. Okay. So they're in trouble, but again, the House of Saud has endless money. From Fortune magazine, Lucid CEO's $379 million annual pay draws criticism from billionaire Elon Musk. Beware any company where leadership compensation is not linked to performance. Okay, so performance of the stock. Okay, well, let's be fair here to little Elon. Tesla is a profitable company, irregardless of the fact that their stock is overvalued ridiculously. Beware any company where leadership compensation is not linked to performance. Elon wrote on X/Twitter about Rawlinson. The irony is that Elon has taken billions out of Tesla, and then he had this, he was going to get a $50 billion one-time bonus, and the courts struck it down. Lucid's website, it looks like an issue of Town and Country magazine. It's all chic and elite, and the award for best corporate copywriting drivel goes to Lucid. At Lucid, we are driving a revolution, one that compromises nothing by obsessing over everything. Performance that defies limits. Going farther, sustainability. Our cars must make the best possible use of the world's resources. Come work alongside some of the most accomplished minds in the automotive and tech industries. We have they have a factory going up in Arizona. Initial capacity 10,000 cars a year, 30,000 annually with planned expansion of that factory. If you want to own a Lucid electric car, you're gonna need $80,000. The Lucid Sapphire, fully equipped, top of the line, their most expensive unit, looks like a little Tesla type sports car, $249,000. 1,200 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 1.89 seconds, top speed 205 miles an hour, and a respectable range of 427 miles. Adrenaline-charged innovation awaits. The Air Sapphire elevates electric performance to new heights with a leading edge. Who would want to write for a website like this, and how could they live with themselves? Or they're on crack? Or it's like the guy that wrote the sitcom Alf, or was one of the writers. Incredibly vapid and inane 1980s sitcom featuring a puppet that was part teddy bear and part alien. He was heavily addicted to heroin and crack, and I guess you can see why, if you churn out garbage like this. Thrilling at first sight. The total package, totally reimagined. All right, so that's our electric car Boogaloo. You got the creator and CEO of Rivian, R.J. Scaringe, is very rich and all full of talk about, saving the earth and whatnot, which he is doing by producing a car that cost $100,000, big giant SUV. And then you have Elon Musk, who is one of the most hated people in the world, and I do feel sorry for him because he's has no friends, and he's an idiot. I mean, he could have, if he had been low key, he could have not exposed to the world that he is in fact not a very smart person. He was once a smart businessman. That is ending also. Peter Rawlinson, former Tesla chud and then co-creator of Lucid, resigned recently. He did get his $300-some million payday. So now we have Mark Winterhoff is the CEO of Lucid. And it's funny, it's like without the United States, Israel would collapse in a day. For Lucid, without Saudi Arabia, as evil as that might be, Lucid would collapse in a day. And again, wow, yet another episode sponsored by Chop Mart. Torches, pitchforks, guillotine supplies. You'll find it at Chop Mart. Before I go, I want to mention that if you're thinking of vandalizing a Tesla or a Tesla dealership, you might want to think twice because you could face 20 years in prison. Reading from Brian Merchant's latest Substack piece here about Elon, you are going to be charged federally with terrorism by the Department of Justice. And if you don't take that seriously, here's what Donald Trump, the sick orange monster, said about this Tesla vandalism. I look forward to watching the sick terrorist thugs get 20-year jail sentences for what they are doing to Elon Musk and Tesla, he wrote on Truth Social. Perhaps they could serve them in the prisons of El Salvador, which have become so recently famous for such lovely conditions. Super crazy pig, that guy, and just so full of cruelty and malice and hatred. That's where we're at, people. So if you're going to buy an electric car, I don't know, can you buy one of these inexpensive Chinese ones? I guess not. I guess you're stuck getting a $100,000 Tesla or a $100,000 Lucid or a $100,000 Rivian. One more little clue about how our empire is ending.
Find out more at doomedplanet.com. Goodbye.
Better listen now. Are you going to be in a